been talking with a lot of people lately about dreams. And when I say dreams here, I'm speaking about dreams in the context of life. And maybe you're dreaming your dream at night, but what I'm referring to is more about what is your dream, your ambition, your goal for your life. And when I've been looking at this with myself and with people that I've been talking with, I found that a fair number of people that I've spoken with haven't necessarily been thinking about their dream. And they've been moving through life without that dream in mind. And whether that's because they don't know what their dream is, or they're just kind of out of touch with the need for a dream, it doesn't really matter. But with a high degree of consistency, those individuals that aren't moving through life with their dream in mind feel like their life is lacking some purpose, or at the very least feel like their life is missing, well, I think purpose is the right way to say it. And I've been there. You know, I can remember a time in my life where I was just going through the motions. I didn't have a true dream in mind. And I was showing up and clocking in to work and then clocking out of work and just feeling drained by the days. And drained in a sense that was completely unfulfilling. And at the time when I was making enough to be able to live, but there was something really missing. And as a result, really didn't enjoy showing up to work. And one day I came to the realization that I wanted to help people. And that was the beginning of my dream. I want to help people. And when I framed my work, which, at the time was working as a bike mechanic, when I framed what I did as how am I helping people, even though the actual action of what I was doing hadn't changed, the way that I felt about my work did. And at a certain point, that job no longer felt like it was enough for my dream. I felt like I was revisiting what my dream was. And that brought me on a journey that led me out of the bicycle industry into the fitness industry. And through the fitness industry into the transformation industry. And when I say transformation industry, I believe that the fitness industry falls within that spectrum. But what I've come to realize about myself is that what I want to bring to people is about much more than fitness, about much more than movement in the body. And the body is one area that must be focused on. It must have its due diligence to be a complete and well-rounded human and to find the utmost joy and to live your dream. There's a certain amount of physical to any dream that we have in these bodies because we are in a body. But there's more to it than that. And what I've found is that the things that I find the most joy in are talking with people about emotions, about connection, about things that go so much deeper than just the body, to address the emotional body and even the spiritual body. And whatever that means for you, whatever you think spirit is, I would invite you to think about and to consider the idea that your dream needs to have a component of the spiritual to be truly your deep dream. That you need to address the physical the spiritual, and the emotional in your life in order to be able to completely embody your full potential. And to me, when I think of what is the full potential, it is embodying the dream. And so I'll finish here by sharing with you what my dream is. And it's a dream that up until very recently, I did not feel comfortable sharing. Because it's a big dream, it's grandiose. And to verbalize it means that I have to keep working at it. And it is a work in progress. Because my dream is to help man to get to the next level of consciousness. And I only know pieces of what I can do for that now, but that dream drives me every day to put out these videos, to educate myself, to have conversations that dig deeper than the surface. And when I do that, things change. I become deeper. I become more. Every time I open up my heart to the idea of pursuing this dream and to sharing it with others. And when I share it with others, I am embodying my dream, because that conversation goes deep, and by going deep, maybe we begin to be more than we were, and maybe we begin to grow into that next level of consciousness. So I invite you to have the conversation with yourself and with those around you. What is your dream? Share it with yourself. Go deep, find it within you. What is it that your heart yearns for, that your spirit calls for? What is it that lights you up, makes you shiver when you think about it? What is it? And once you've identified it, I invite you to share it. Because verbalizing it or writing it down brings power to it. It brings significance to it, and it brings it into reality. Play with it. Have fun.